Right, okay, this is how the club stands at present. Down the left-hand side, 1 to 8, then you go in one column to the right of that. That's the money that we've sent to the States so far. So there's been 8 lots of money sent, and they do vary a lot. You know, you've got 1,000, 300, and so on. The 300 went late because at that point I didn't actually know that we paid per transaction, so it came in late, so I sent in 2 batches. The high figure there, 1,800, I think that's when some people paid 3 months ahead.
Yeah, I did.
Some of the low figures, the 900 and the 600, that's when we've had people have left and I've held money back to pay them out. As it stands, they only get their money back. They don't get any of the profits. That's just how life is. The next column across to the right with the dollar sign ahead of it, that's how much the money that we sent converted to in dollars. And then you've got the date. And then to the right of that, the exchange rate that we managed to receive for it. You can see the best exchange rate was actually what went this week at 1.3. And the average exchange rate is 1.26. Then to the right of that, you've got the cumulative amount that's gone into the trading account. So we've sent over a total of $10,731. Then if you go to the bottom, if you go down to where it says 8,500, that's the total amount of money we've sent in sterling to the account. And below that, I've divided it. I think that's a coincidence at 607.40. It might not be, but there are 14 members, so that's how much we've got in there each we've sent across. To the right of that, again, I've divided the total dollars sent by the 14, so we've sent basically $767 each between us. Further across to the right, the $1,005, that is the total of the 3 figures above. They are closed trades where we've got realized profit. So the profit so far is $71.79, which is 9.36% of the money that we sent over. Below that, the 12,248, that was the value of the account earlier today, which again divided by 14 comes to 874.93. And the 14% is the profit that we've made, including non-realized profit. So basically, at the moment, as we stand, we are 14% up, and that's since we did our first trade, which I think was in May. I think the first money went across in February, but I don't think it was actually until May that we did the first. Here we are. This is the account. This is taken from the trading account. You can see we've got $920 basically in cash, and the net liquid value of the account, which was the 12,248. Again, that's a bit earlier today. Okay, these are our current positions. So GT, as you know, is Goodyear Tire. And again, this was taken some hours ago. We bought these for an average of $8.57 each. We've got 500, and they were trading earlier at $9.65. We'll see what the current price is when we go to the live screen. I think it's slightly higher. We've also got the Invesco IVZ. We've got 400 shares, bought at an average of 10.19, and again, early today, 10.70. I think they might have changed as well. And finally, US Steel, code name X, where we paid $7.91, and they're currently at, we've got 300, they're at 7.83. That has gone up, might even be in profit by now. We're clear of covered calls sold, except for 3 calls against the US Steel, which we've got running until September. And you can see that the last price of those was 42 cents, but the average price that we got was 60 cents. So we're doing all right with that. This is called preparation, this slide. So I did a little chart here. So on Goodyear Tire, for example, the first figure is what we paid for them, $8.57. Current was the price they were trading at earlier, $9.80. the strike price is the nearest strike price above. If we were to sell a September call, and it's still about the same price, might be 40 cents now, we'd get about 40 cents, over 4%. If we were called with the difference of the share price as it's gone up, that would actually come to 20.77%, so pretty good. Alternatively, if we sold the October call, we could get 70 cents for that, which is 8.0%. And if we were called out, we'd be up there at nearly 29%. So obviously pretty good. Similar story on Invesco. It's not as good a price, but nonetheless, we have a choice. And also, at the moment, we don't have any shares in US Steel that we can sell a call against. One thing that we've got lots of choices here. We've got choices to sell calls for September or October. If we go for October, we get one chance and one set of costs. If we go for September, we sell the call for September, and we can still sell the October one after that, but we'll have more costs again. The other thing is, if we sell the October one, we'll generate more money now, which we would then be able to buy some more shares now, and then to be able to sell a further call. So that's what I'm thinking. So let's cut across to the live trading. This is always the fun bit, and see where we stand. Right. So let's go first of all to our portfolio. Right. So there we've got it. So GT. Is now trading at 9.82. As I say, we paid 8.57 for it. So that's 14.5% in profit anyway. Then you got Invesco. We paid 10.19 for it. It's now at 10.65. So that's 4.5% in profit. And we've got UK Steel, which has just slipped into profit. We paid 7.91 and it's at 7.93. So all good there.
It has moved.
What I was thinking was, if we could generate some more money by selling calls on GT and Invesco, I think we should have just about enough to buy 200 shares on US Steel.
Great idea. Then you could rent those two contracts as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, makes perfect sense.
So the first chart is US Steel. And so we're looking here since the beginning of the year, it's 10 months. And yeah, the green line is a 10.19. That's the price that we bought this stock at, or the average price that we bought it at, if we had more than one purchase of it. Yep. So it's been running pretty sideways. And each of the candlesticks you can see is a day. So it's been running sideways for like a month or something now.
Yeah, it's done 3 rows sideways, and it's certainly at a little bit of a high point. It probably could pull back to the support, so it does make sense to pick up a bit of rent, especially if you for the deal that if you get called out, you make a profit, which you have calculated. So yeah, it does make sense for that one.
So that's Invesco. Yeah. Anything else any other point you want to make on it before I move off there?
What you would do would make sense is sell an in the money 10 call, and it's a similar story for this, that is trading sideways pattern, and again it could probably pull back a bit, so you could look at selling maybe an in the money call, like a 9 call, and collect the fall before it happens.
Oh, okay, we'll have a look at that when we get to the option chain.
Yeah, because remember your break even is 8.57, so if you sell a 9 call and you get called out, you're still going to make 43 cents profit, but you're going to make at least $1 income by collecting the fall before it happens. That's a trick.
All right, that's a new concept for us.
Yeah,
I'm only used to selling calls that are higher than the current price, but we'll have a look at that. And this is US Steel, which we are again sideways at, only very, very slightly in profit.
Yeah, and again, it's at a good point to sell a call option as well.
Is it at a good point if we want to buy some more though?
Well, I mean, long term it is, because if you zoom out and take a look at a 3-year picture, you can see how much upside that is in it. And so if you click on 3 years, there's a lot of upside potential in it.
So we're looking at September,
Mhm.
and the bid price, we're talking about sort of $1.05 if we
Yeah.
sell the 9,
Yeah.
65 if we sell the 9.50, and 40 cents if we sold the 10. There's $1.05 in there.
Yeah.
Is it worth looking at October as well?
You can take a look at October, and then what people can do is they can calculate. So just before you change there, Jeff, see that September's got 23 days to go. Show them there with the mouse that it's got 23 days to expiration.
Mm-hmm.
And so, for example, if you took the bid price of $1.05, if you call that 105 cents,
Yeah.
you take 105 and you divide by 23 days, it calculates the amount of money you're making per day. So 105 divided by 23 means you're making 4.56 cents per day. Now, if you go to October, you can do the same calculation and see which one is the most lucrative per day. So the October one is giving you, it's not quoting for 9 yet, but it will come up in a second. And so the October 9.
There it is.
Yeah.
So 125 with how many days?
51 days. So if you take the 125 cents and divide it by 51 days, you're making half the money. You're only making 2.45 cents per day, whereas the other one is paying you almost double that, 4.56 cents per day.
Good. So we go with this one then.
Definitely, yeah. That's how you work out which is the best one.
Perhaps we don't. Perhaps we go with the September one.
No,
okay, so we're talking about September 9 for GT.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll do Invesco.
So let's get Sean to do the calculations of this one. Sean, so do you want to get your calculator out there?
3.91.
Yeah, so that's exactly 3.91 cents per share per day. So now he's going to do the October one.
It's 2.25.
Yeah, 2.25. So can you see again, Sean, if we sell the September one, we'll be making 3.91 cents per day. If we do the October one, it looks like a higher figure. When time is money, we're renting the shares like a house. So we can get tenants to pay us 2.25 cents per day for October, 2.91 for September. 2.13 for September, and let's take a look at October. So again, September is more lucrative per day than October. Yeah.
Right. So we're now
just
ready to
again
go
at the end of September if you want it.
Yes. So it'll expire on the third Friday of September, and then we've got the option to still sell the October one again, depending on what's happened to the stock and so on.
Yeah.
Exactly. We would do the same exercise in a month's time, Sean. We would compare the October with the November to make the final choice on a per day basis. Yeah.
And now we get to my favorite bit.
Let's go and make the money. Show me the money.
So Liam is saying, why don't we try the month after as well? So, what you mean, sell a November call and see how it compares?
Yeah, we can. Just to let you know, the further right you go, the less you make per day. But we can just prove the point now.
So we're still on US Steel for the sake of a demonstration.
So it's 102 divided by 86 days.
1.18.
Yeah. The further out you go, the less money you make.
Okay, we're on Goodyear Tire. I'm going to add an option, and we're going to sell to open. So on Goodyear, we've got 500. So we're going to do 5
contracts because we rent them.
Contracts, and we're going for September 20.
Yeah.
We're going for the strike price of 9.
Yeah. No, so again, that's another golden rule. So you look at the chart and you say, well, what do I think the share is going to do in the future? If you think the share is going to drop, you do what we call in the money, lower than the current price. If you think it's going to go sideways, you do at the money, at the current price. And if you think it's going to do very well, you do out the money. So in this case, we've looked at the charts and there's an idea that these are probably going to drop a bit. So we're going to proactively collect some decent income. So here we're going to be making $500.
So we've got it's GT stock, sell to open, 5 contracts for September 220 at the $9 strike price, and we're selling a call, and we're going for market.
No, go for limit. Always negotiate. So that's another thing you should always do. Always negotiate between the bid and the ask. So another thing to notice as well, Jeff, that price you have quoted on your screen at the moment is a delayed price, but when you go to verify the order, you will get a live price. So let's start at 1.1. Let's see if we can get an extra 5 cents. When you click on verify, you get another quotation, which is the up-to-date live quotation. So let's see what that is. So you see down there, well, it hasn't given us a, okay. So let's see if we get filled. Click on trade. Oh, hang on, make sure everybody's happy with this. Folks, are we happy to collect the estimated net proceeds of $535?
Absolutely.
Yes.
I think we might be.
Okay, let's go for it. Now we're playing poker with the market maker because we're looking for a bit more. So now we go back to orders and we start to negotiate. We start high at 110. We'll come down to 105 and see if it gets filled. So we're going to go to orders now. And we click on the orders window, maximize that. And on the right-hand side of that particular order, which is sitting ready, waiting to be filled, where it has the word Instanet, if you move your mouse to the very right-hand side there, Jeff, there's a circle. Click on the circle.
Oh, sorry, circle.
And then most options trade in batches of 5 cents. So we drop it back down to 105, 1.05. And then we click on verify again, just double check everything.
Sell to open 5, GT, $9.
And they're offering us $510. So click on trade now and see if it gets filled. Bingo. And we actually received 105, yeah? So that's $510. So if you go to your cash now, just show them in the cash. Our cash has gone up from 920 to 1430. Good or good?
Okay. So we're now going to do the Invesco one. So option is sell to open, 4 contracts, September, and the strike price we're looking for on this one is the 10.
Yeah.
And we're dealing with a call. Okay, so the difference between the bid and the ask is only 5 cents. It's 90 versus 95.
Yeah, so we'll go with the bid 90, yeah.
We'll go to market, yes, and we'll go to good to cancel.
Always go limit, because the danger about going market, Jeff, is sometimes the market maker can give you a bum deal.
Okay, let me just emphasize the point you're making there. So what we're saying is, yeah, that's the market price, but if we just go to market, they could suddenly change the market price and give us less.
Exactly.
Whereas if we do it as a limit order, then they should be giving us what's actually there.
Yeah, we're in control. We say there's a limit to what we will accept, and this is our limit price.
Yeah. So we're talking about Invesco IVZ, sell to open, 4 contracts, September 2020, strike price 10, call, and we'll see what happens when we verify.
Yeah, so they're offering us $335. So let's see if we get filled. We've just turned our cash from 900 to 17. So if we want to buy more US steel, we can take the cash and divide it by the price of US steel at the moment. Yeah, there's a quote down there, 791 is the ask. So if divide that by 7.91, that means you can afford to buy 224 shares. So you can, if you want to keep it in batches of 100, you can buy at least 200 shares.
We'll just go for the 200. Yeah. Limits?
No, again do 7.91. You can see the volume there today, guys, has already been 4 million, almost 5 million shares traded today, where it says volume there.
Good till cancel.
Yeah.
So we've got US Steel, sign X 200 shares, limit to 791, good till cancel.
Perfect. Click on the buy button, the green button.
Straightforward buy.
Let's make sure everybody happy to reinvest the money to buy another 200 shares.
Is everybody happy?
Yeah.
You bet your life they are.
You okay, Sean, with that? We filled at 788. So we got a better price. See there?
Yeah.
We got
So
cheaper than we were asking.
if we go back to portfolio, we're now in a position that
We're down
we've
to
got
100.
500 of US steel. So we're in a position to sell another 2 contracts of coal for September. So
Right.
should we have a look at that? And it's sell to open, 2 contracts, September 20. The strike price was 8, and it's a call, and it's a limit, and it's good till cancel.
Let's see if we can get 49 cents. We'll negotiate between the bid and the ask. Try 49 cents. And click OK. It hasn't been filled, so let's go back to orders. Minimize the open ticket. And we bring up the orders. And you see there, Jeff, you've got a heading call limit, and then you've got it up and down behind the 49. So just go down 1 hour and just hold for a second to see if it fills. Keep an eye on the execution price there on the left. Okay, it hasn't filled at 48. Down 1 more. And there you go. See where it says execution price? It's now filled at 47.
Okay.
Now if you go back to portfolio, the cash has increased back up to 265. Now, if you wanted to start a 4th company, there's a company called CHS. They have their earnings come out today, and they did better than expected. They're trading around about. Do you want to show them the chart for CHS?
Is that it? CHS? Is that the ticker? Chicos.
They're called Chicos. They specialize in female clothes, and they do a lot of accessories like earrings and bracelets, and so they do a lot of high margin accessories as well. So you can see before Corona they were up around about $5, and they're good value down there now, and they had a good earnings report today. So they're 152. So you could look at maybe buying 200 shares of those to start your 4th company.
Everyone happy?
As we can see all the buttons.
CHS 200 limit good till cancel. Limit price 153.
Perfect.
If we buy, we'll get the verification. If I move that up a bit, we'll see further down.
And again, there was 6.5 million shares traded today.
So the ask is currently 153.
So we should get filled if we click on the trade.
So we should get filled.
Okay, we might have to offer 1 cent more. So click OK and go back to orders. And do the up and down arrow. So just do up 1 cent. Yeah. Okay, try 1 more cent. Bingo, you got filled. 155. Excellent. So now you've started your 4th.
Oh my goodness, we're minus $57 now.
Oh God. Pass around the hat. Well done. We've done a lot of trading there, Jeff, and you've brought in a lot of income. So well done.
We've done rather well, haven't we?
Yeah.
I'll collect the details from that, and I'll put them into a report for the rest of the members, and that should go out tomorrow. So there was some good learning there. Thank you very much, Owen. I certainly wasn't thinking about going for in the money calls, but it did certainly produce a lot of money, so that was good.
And we can totally relax, Jeff, because if we get called out, we'll still make a profit as well.
Yeah. Well, and also in those cases, we've also already had some call income on them anyway.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so we're cooking on gas. Anybody got any further questions, any comments, any requests?
That was a good one, that.
Okay, thank you, Sean. Thanks for attending, and we'll see you soon. Okay, thanks, Owen, and thank you, Anna. I see her hovering in the background.
Yeah, you're very welcome. And thank you, Jeff. You do a wonderful job looking after the club. We really appreciate it.
You keep telling me that long enough, I'm going to believe it.
You're